Today is in the day 4, Chemistry Chapter 1. We will discuss the remaining parts of the Chapter 1, that is the different types of the chemical reactions. Let us go now. Before we already discussed about the redox reactions, I hope you enjoyed the video. And today we'll discuss the different other types of the chemical reactions that remains. So, number 8. 7 we already done. In the number 8 we can discuss about corrosions. This is also reactions. Corrosions reactions. The slow loss of the surface of the metal when exposed to the atmosphere, or you say simply air. Okay, when exposed to the air and combines with moisture. That is the water vapor. Okay, so air. In the air, different types of the gases will be there. With them only they used to react. Let us see now. Corrosion is just, it may be in any surface of the metals. Okay, and next will come the rusting also, but rusting is meant for the iron. Okay, let us see now with the example. The slow loss of the surface of the metal when exposed to the air and moisture is called the corrosion reaction. Like this also you can get, no problem. So example, copper. What do you see? The copper substance or copper metals, when we expose to the atmosphere, what happens? It comes and reacts with moisture, that is the water vapor present in the air, carbon dioxide, and also with oxygens, and they form the basic copper carbonate. Okay, and due to that reason, here on the surface of the copper metal, a green coating is developed on its surface. Let us see with the reactions. Copper plus moisture, that is the water only, plus carbon dioxide plus oxygens. So here what it's formed, this is called basic copper carbonate. And the color will be, what you will find, green coating on the surface of the copper metals. So this is the basic copper carbonate formed when the copper is exposed or left in the atmosphere. Here water, carbon dioxide and oxygens, they react together and form the basic copper carbonate. Don't get confused. Basic copper carbonate is CuOH2 CuCO3 dot. Okay, so this is another case. And now another example, say silver metals. Silver metals, when it combines with the H2S gas, okay, H2S gas, it's also present in the atmosphere. Okay, and here it will form Ag2S plus hydrogen gas. Okay, so due to this one, this is the black on the surface of the silver. Here the black mass, okay, it will develop. So this is also an example. All right, now understand about the corrosion. Corrosions can be happens on the surface of any metals. Okay, this is some examples: copper and silver. Silver, due to the H2S, it produced black coating due to the productions of this silver sulfide, okay, and the hydrogen gas. Okay, now we'll come to the rusting. Okay, in the number 9, no problem. Rusting is especially for iron. The slow loss of the surface of the metal irons when reacts with air, okay, that is the oxygen, and moisture, that is water vapor present in the atmosphere. Okay, the slow loss of the surface of the metals, ions, okay, when reacts with the air and moisture, and develop a brown surface, okay, or a brown coating on its surface. That is called rusting, okay. So let us see the equations. Wow, is the chemical equations. Let us see now. Okay, corrosion side will remove now. Okay, so this is what iron reacts with moisture, that is water, plus oxygens to form Fe2O3 dot X molecules of water. Why X? Okay, that is the brown coating. Okay, it will develop on the surface of the metal irons. So X, that means that is any amount of the water can be present in this. Okay, that's why we write X, where X is any number. Okay, so this is all about corrosions and rusting, and we need to prevent the rusting. Do you think that rusting is good? No, rusting is not good. Okay, the millions tons of the irons lost due to the corrosions, and they are lost only. Okay, we cannot make irons back again from the rusted irons. Okay, that is the brown coating on its surface. So what procedure we'll do to prevent from the rusting, that is we have to know. Okay, and all those things we have to know. Let us see with the methods to prevent from the rusting. Okay, methods to prevent from we will write together corrosions or rusting. Okay, some are very common to both. Okay, what are the methods? Okay, number 1 point, by applying paint. Okay, on the surface of the metals. Okay, by applying paint on the surface of the metals. You know, our school gets, or you see our homes get, or whatever the irons made of the irons, they are we apply some kinds of the paint on its surface. Yeah, it also make the looks of the substance good. They say get or whatever look good. At the same time, also it prevents from the corrosions, or you see the rust. Okay, that is the main reasons. So by applying paint on the surface of the metal, we can prevent from the corrosions or rusting. Second point, by applying oil or grease on the surface of the metals. Okay, by applying oil or grease on the surface of the metals. Okay, so oil or grease that can be applied on the surface of the, you say for example our engine, bike, or you say any vehicle engines, we used to add engine oils. Why? Because inside there is machines and there in that piston and all. Okay, if we don't put this grease or you say the engine oil, then they will undergo the frictions, and due to that one our engine may blocked. Okay, so to prevent from that one we need to add engine oil. Okay, so this is just simple examples. Okay, yeah, so we apply, by applying the oil or grease on the surface of the metal, we can prevent from corrosion or rustings. Especially it comes for the, just say the rusting. Okay, by galvanizing irons. Okay, by galvanizing irons. Okay, so here we have to know what is galvanizations. Okay, I will not write also, just keep, you can understand now. Galvanizations is the process of coating a thin layer of the zinc metals on the surface of the metal irons. Okay, galvanizing, that is the coating a thin layer of the zinc metal on the surface of the metal iron. That is called as the galvanizing iron or galvanizations also. Galvanizations, then at the time the process of the coating a thin layer of the zinc metal on the surface of the metal iron. Okay, why? To prevent from the corrosion is called the galvanization. All right, yeah, galvanizing irons. Number 4, by alloying metals. Okay, by alloying metals we can prevent from the corrosion or just say rusting. Alloying, you know, the mixings of the 2 or more metals to get a desirable types of the metals or say substance is called you say the alloying. Okay, so for example steel, stainless steel, this is an alloy. Okay, so just only the iron do not get rusted, but steel plates that we use at home, they get rusted? No. Okay, so it prevents from the rusting, and also it increases the tensile strength, that flexibility is, okay, and also appearance, the good appearance also increases, right? So this is how we can prevent from the what we call the corrosions or rusting. Okay, and number 5 points what we can write: by electroplating metals. Okay, by electroplating metals. How? Or you say with a less reactive metals. Okay, yeah, by electroplating metals with a less reactive metals. Okay, you see on the surface of the metal, you see the materials made of the copper. You know, you have seen the coated ornaments generally for the ladies they used to wear. So that coated, they are, say, just the inside, if we see, that will be made of the copper or you say iron. Okay, so we use the gold, that is the least reactive metals. Okay, the gold, they do not rust at all. Okay, that's why they have the very high price also. Okay, so a piece of the just kinds of the metal is used, and by the process of electrolysis, and it's coated on the surface of the metals like the copper and irons, and also it increases the beauty, price, okay, strength, okay, and from the corrosions. Okay, all these things it increases. That's why the price of the coated also increases. So this is how we can prevent from the corrosions or rustings. Okay, understand? Okay, now we can proceed to the another types of the chemical reactions. Up to the number 9 we already done, right? Yeah. Now we can go for the rancidity. That is in the number 10. Rancidity. Okay, so rancidity is nothing. It is just like a corrosion or rusting that happens in the food containing oil and fat generally. Okay, rancidity, the slow oxidations of the food containing fats and oils and produce bad smell and taste. Okay, produce the bad smell and the taste. If it is the bad smell and bad taste, and make it not suitable suitable for human consumptions. I make it a little bit longer here. Just simply you can write the slow oxidations of the foods containing fat and oil and make it unfit for the human consumptions. Okay, make it unfit for human consumption. That's also fine. Okay, but I add here and produce the bad smell and the taste and make it not suitable for the human consumption. English you can write in any English, but points should be touched. Okay, that is very important in science. Yeah, so that is called rancidity. Okay, so it's, for example, if we go to the market and buy the meat and if we keep for some longer time, then what you see, the smell come out. Okay, it's bad smell, and also taste also change, right? So that is a simple example, right? Even the cooked food also during the daytime or during the summer, the cooked food cook in the morning, then in the evenings that gets spoiled, getting the bad smell, right? In the iromba and all, right? Say in the chutney, right? So that's only, yeah. But how we can prevent from this rancidity? Okay, very important. Methods to prevent from rancidity. Okay, what are the methods to prevent from the rancidity? That is very important. By packing the food, in a tight container. Okay, by packing the food in a very tight container, airtight container, we can say airtight container, no problem. Okay, so if we keep on packing in an airtight container, okay, the oxygen does not allow to enter inside the food, and then it will prevent. We know that it is the oxidations. That means the oxygen is going to the food or the oil and you say the fats going to oxidize. Okay, going to react with oxygens. Okay, but if we don't allow them to enter the oxygen, then rancidity will not happen, right? Number 2, by packing the food like chips with nitrogens or by flushing with nitrogens. Okay, or you say by packing the food like chips with the nitrogen, just say potato chips, this much big packets. Okay, and if we open, then there is only this much big packet, but this much potato we get, right? So that is inside the air is there, right? What air? Do you think that is oxygen? No, that is nitrogens. Okay, nitrogen doesn't allow the oxygens come in contact with the what I call the food. So yes, we'll continue here. Number third, okay, by keeping away the cooked food from sunlight. Okay, if we keep away from the sunlight, the cooked food, it will prevent from rancidity, because the heat is also one of the factors. Okay, with increase in temperature, the rate of oxidation also increase. The sunlight, that is heat. Okay, we will exposed to the sunlight, then it will increase the rate of the oxidation and make the food fast to spoil, right? That's why. And number 4, by keeping, this is the general concept that we used to do at home, every home we can say, by keeping the food inside the fridge or refrigerator, right? Okay, refrigerator, okay, or fridge, we can say very simply. Okay, so at low temperature, refrigerator means that in the fridge means that we are going to decrease the temperature, right? If we keep under the low temperature here, oxygen doesn't allow to contact with the food. That is, the rate of the oxidations will decrease at a low temperature, right? So why it works? Then this will be the answer. Okay. Yeah, by keeping the food inside the refrigerator. And number 5, okay, by keeping the food in the in the sugar or salt solutions. Okay, just like the jam that you used to eat, right? So that is keeping inside what called the sugar solution only. Okay, sugar or a salt solution. Or also we can say number 6 point, by keeping the food inside the or preservatives, like say vinegars, okay, preservatives like vinegar. Okay, so by keeping the food, all those things here, we can prevent from the rancidity. All right, understand? So yeah, this is all about the rancidity. Okay, this is all about the types of the chemical reactions that's given according to the books. All right, so we can discuss some more points here. This is the number, what is that? 11. Okay, so whatever the 11 or 10. Okay, so another types of the chemical reaction is that very important, exothermic. Okay, exothermic, and I will write together, okay? Endothermic reaction. I will write reaction RCN, right? Okay, exothermic and the endothermic reactions. Okay? Number first point, exothermic. Those reactions in which heat is evolved. Evolve means given out, okay? Okay? In the reactions, okay? Those chemical reactions or those reactions in which the heat is evolved in the reactions, okay, are called exothermic reactions. No problem. I don't write are called, okay? So that is up to you, okay? Presentation on example, like say carbon plus oxygen, say a pepper. Pepper, it contains carbon, you know. So it is burnt. that is it reacts with oxygen, while burning, then it gives carbon dioxide plus heat. Heat is produced, right, in the reaction. Yeah, so such kind of the chemical reactions are called as the exothermic. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll go to the endothermic reaction. And endothermic endothermic reactions. Same thing here also. Those reaction or those chemical reaction in which heat is evolved. Really? Evolve is already involved. That is use. Okay? During the reactions. Okay? That the heat is going to use in the reactions, right? So for example, for this one, say calcium carbonate. Okay, when we heat it, heat is denoted by delta. I told you the triangle. It gives the calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide, right? So this is an endothermic reaction. That is, heat is used in the reactions. Okay, fine, right? And next we'll go to the next 12th. Okay, in the 12th, what will go? We'll go for the photochemical reactions. No problem. I already explained you before others days also. No problem. Photochemical reactions. Okay, those chemical reactions in which those chemical reactions which takes place only in the presence of sunlight. Only in the presence of sunlight that chemical reaction takes place, and such kinds of the reactions are called as photochemical reactions. For example, say very common, say carbon dioxide plus water. What do you think? What reaction it will be? This is the photosynthesis reaction. All right, you see the sunlight. This is chlorophyll. In this case, what will we give? C6H12O6. This is the glucose. And oxygen and the water vapor is also produced. So this is these reactions can take place in the presence of sunlight only. Now, so far in the human generation, human technology generation, so far these photosynthesis reactions we cannot make. If we can, then we can make our own foods by ourselves, like plants, right? But cannot. Only in the plant that is possible only. All right. This is reactions, and if I give you another example, say I have given you silver chloride. On the presence of the UV or sunlight, it gives silver and chlorine, right? So this is reactions of the what are called the photochemical reactions. This is about the photochemical reactions. And the next reaction is the precipitations reactions. So precipitations, by the term precipitate means that insoluble substance, all right, in the chemical reaction that will form. Those chemical reactions in which an insoluble substance or compound, okay, we can say. And insoluble substance is formed in the reactions. Okay, it's called precipitation reactions. For example, say I've given you say barium chloride when react with the sodium sulfate. Both of them are colorless, okay, and soluble in water. They are white in color. When dissolved in water, they are colorless, okay. When they combine, here it will form barium sulfate plus sodium chloride, okay. Barium sulfate. Barium sulfate, this is the precipitate. Okay, precipitate is denoted by an arrowhead pointing downwards, okay. So this is the PPT. Precipitate is PPT. We denote by PPT also, okay. So such types of the chemical reactions is called as the precipitations reactions, okay. Yeah, so thermal reactions and all that I have given you in the days of this topic. I mean that say decomposition reaction and all, right? Photochemical and electrolytics, okay, decomposition or reactions, right? So all those given, I don't need to give you again, right? Okay, then thank you very much. This is the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoy. And in another videos here will come with a question and answer, the textual question answer and inner contents. Okay, I hope you will enjoy my video. Thank you.